most importantly, how long it take for me to get profitable, to me, it's not quantified by time, but it's more like the effort and how persistent you are.
Hello and welcome. Thank you for joining us today. Today we have Eugene Guok. Now, Eugene graduated with a first-class honors degree majoring in financial risk management. He worked as a banker in a renowned global bank handling portfolio investments mainly for high net worth clients. But he found out that working for people is very tiring and very unrewarding. Now, hence, Eugene went out on his own to be an independent financial consultant and be his own boss. While pursuing this career opportunity, he decided to take up more opportunities by exploring trading in a 7.5 trillion turnover FX industry. So, Eugene, welcome. And just first, tell us a little bit more about yourself and how you got into trading.
All right. Thanks, Laura, for the introduction. It's great to be here. Thanks, Fidelcrest, for the opportunity as well. So yeah, basically how I got started with trading, it didn't end up simple. So as Laura, you mentioned, I used to work in a bank, got caught in a rat race. And working for a boss, you just really have to keep up. Like what they want, you must give it to them. And especially when you're in sales, you have to keep up with all the sales targets. So later on, I found out that, hey, look, trading is such a rewarding journey. Why? Because I do have friends who are traders. But of course, being in Malaysia, I'm from Malaysia, by the way. So being in Malaysia, forex is actually a taboo. When people talk about forex, the first thing that comes to their mind is scam. So obviously, I've been scammed before in some forex scams, but that's the reason why also in Malaysia, forex is such a taboo. But of course, because I have friends who are successful in their trading, so it got me wondering, is this really industry that really gives you money? And of course, I went into a deeper research into it, and wow, true enough, really there's money to be made here. So of course, I persevered to continue doing what I believe is right for me. And as you mentioned, this is a $7.5 trillion industry. And surely there's money to be made here, right? We don't need a trillion. All we need is just a million. And as the saying goes, forex trading is actually the hardest way to earn the easiest money. Yeah, one more thing I want to add. There's just a friend who told me that he thinks that for me, I would actually do well in an industry that earns in US dollars. So in my currency is the Malaysian ringgit. But somehow this friend just tell me that I can do well earning US dollars. So that's also another reason why and how I got into trading. Yeah, so that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I was going to ask how and where did you learn to trade?
I think most people learn on YouTube. Same for me. Of course, there are many online courses out there as well. To be very honest, I'm very skeptical. Some require payment, some don't. And personally, those that are free, you tend to take for granted. At least for me. I tend to register, and then I just don't join. Or I join and then just do my thing at the side because it's all online. So at the end of the day, it's all about self-discipline. So most of my contents, I learn it on YouTube. And on YouTube, there's a lot of gurus out there as well. So these gurus, some will say A is good, some will say B is good, some will say C is good. But at the end of the day, when you look at it again, every guru says something right. So what I did was I tried to unlearn and relearn the whole process of every guru's teaching and try to pick up the little good points and learn from there and apply into my trading strategy. And yeah, I guess YouTube is a really great place to learn trading. And I actually been around seeing some ICT courses, and I've been wanting to learn it as well. So probably soon enough, I'll go check it out. So yeah,
Yeah, that's great. Excellent answer there. And
yeah.
one that everybody's curious about when you say you're a trader is how long did it take you to get profitable, and what type of losses did you experience when you were starting off?
Okay, to be very honest with you, it took me a very long time to become profitable.
Okay.
So I am 30 this year. I started work at 21. So that means I've been trading for about 9 years now.
Mhm.
But of course, it's not the whole 9 years that I've been trading. Like the initial years of my career, when I have some extra cash, I just fund it into a broker, start trading, and then 2 weeks later, the account goes bust, and then I stop because, no more money to trade. And then a few months later, some videos that I saw, people are making money again, and then, you get your salary, you fund in another broker, you start trading, and then the account goes bust again. So this go on and on for many, many years actually. And one notable experience was, if you remember, quite a number of years ago when Brexit happened. So that was when in Malaysia it was about night time. Pound was actually going up a lot. And I was actually on the right side of the boat. I was buying pound. And of course, I see my account growing massively. And like, wow, for the first time in my life, I'm making huge profits. So what I did was, okay, I got complacent. And then in Malaysia, it's already nighttime and you need to go to sleep. So I went to sleep without putting any stop loss. And next morning, I was thinking that perhaps I could like get a good huge profit and check it out. I saw zero in my account.
Oh
And then
my
when I look at
goodness.
the chart, it was a huge U-turn where Brexit actually happened. So of course, that was a very, very, very painful experience. And then ever since that, I stopped trading for a number of years. And it was until, in all fairness, it was until about almost half a year ago that I
Mhm.
started to get serious into trading again. Because again, I have few friends who started sharing with me their success stories. But again, this time I did not find money and put it in the broker and start trading again. So what I did was I started learning on videos on YouTube. What are the good trading psychology, risk management, and stuff like that. Most importantly, how long it take for me to get profitable, to me, it's not quantified by time, but it's more like the effort and how persistent you are. If you remember about last month on the 18th of July, I think about an hour before the US session. So if not because of my friend who told me that gold suddenly took 100 pip spike in just about 5 seconds, I
Mhm.
wouldn't have knew that such thing happened because my friend reminded me and like, hey, look, gold spike 100 pips, let's do something about it. And then when I check it out, I'm like, oh wow, this is yummy. So I quickly took a short trade and of course made some profits there. So of course, to me, in terms of the length of time to get profitable, having a friend to do it together and journey with you helps a lot as well. So, of course, the main thing is self-discipline and risk management. And of course, as cliche as it may sound, the best strategy does not win all the time. But actually, the person who has the best discipline will win in the long term because to me, right now, I'm actually aiming for consistency and rather not big profitability because if you can win big today, you can also lose big tomorrow. So why not you win small every day and perhaps lose small on lesser days? Trading is not 100%. Trading is all about taking risk and knowing whether you can afford the risk or not. So I actually researched and I saw a quote by a famous trader called Jesse Livermore. He said that no one ever went broke taking profits, small profits, but no one ever got rich taking 3 or 4 points out of the bull market. So ultimately, it's all about taking small wins, focus on the risk and not the returns. Because, when you're trading, it always seems like the market goes up the stairs using a stairs, and then when it goes down by elevator. So you see your profits climbing slowly, and then suddenly it just boop, become negative. So yeah, so it took me about half a year to become profitable.
Excellent. Excellent. Great answer there. I appreciate all those thoughts. And, how did you find out about prop firms and how did you find out about Fidelcrest?
Actually, internet cookies, when you start talking about prop firms and then your Instagram get pops up with all these advertisements. So yeah, that's how I came across Fidelcrest. At first, I was just thinking, what is this Fidelcrest? Because I have actually not heard of Fidelcrest. So I clicked into it and I saw that they had this promotion, 2 for 1 promo, and then they started revising their rules and their strategy. So yeah, that's how I heard of Fidelcrest. And then also, again, when I start reading about Fidelcrest, it says that the company gives you their funds to trade. So at that point of time, I was just thinking, why would anybody give you money to trade? Like, who would, right? Like, you're
Yeah.
sacrificing your funds just in the hands of another when you don't even know that person. Later on, I started doing some homework and I realized that, hey, it's actually a whole new industry there. And really, there's some companies' business model really aims to look for good traders and work together for the better future. Yep.
Yeah, that's excellent. And looking at your trading accounts, you gravitate towards the normal strategy on the 60,000 and 120,000 sized accounts. So any specific reason you prefer the normal strategy over the aggressive accounts?
Okay, frankly speaking, my very first account with Fidelcrest was an aggressive strategy one. And aggressive being aggressive in nature, you tend to get aggressive. So it requires higher profit targets, which is about 20%. And of course, that being said, they allow you a 10% drawdown. So because it is an aggressive strategy, I tend to over leverage.
Mhm.
And being my first account, when you over leverage, when the losses gets big, you get worried, you get emotional. And that's how I lost my first account. And of course, Fidelcrest knows that I've purchased quite a number of challenge account
Mhm.
and I failed, I purchased and I failed. It's just giving them free money. But throughout this process, I felt that each failure actually teaches me new lessons, and I treat each failure as a stepping stone to further success. And when later on, I felt that the problem was, for me, the problem was the aggressive account. So that's where I tried to go for the normal strategy. So lower profit target, lesser drawdown. So you actually face a smaller losses figure. So somehow you won't be so worried and you won't get emotional about it. So later on, when I started trading, and when I've passed my first account, I was so happy. Even though it's just a demo account where I'm getting nothing out of it, the moment I passed it, I was just literally over the roof. Like all my hard work, effort, persistence finally paid off, looking at the amount of challenges that I failed. So it was really encouraging for me. So probably that's the only reason why I went for the normal account, not the aggressive one.
Excellent. Excellent. Thank you, Eugene, so much. We appreciate your time and sharing your insights and knowledge with us. Feel free to subscribe to this channel and learn more at fiddlecrest.com.